Melody Shari just revealed about why she left Love and Marriage Huntsville is not only emotional, but it exposes so much about the environment on the show, the cast members, and the way everything has been playing out behind the scenes. If you've been following Melody since the beginning, you already know she was the heartbeat of the show, the one who helped bring this series to life. But the reasons she walked away are deeper than many people realize. And by the time we break it all down, you'll see exactly why this was the best move she could have ever made for herself and her family. Melody Shari admitted that the atmosphere of the show had simply become too toxic for her to stay. And when you think about it, that makes perfect sense. She said point blank that the collective energy of the men on the show is toxic. Now let's be real for a second. When you look at Martell Holt, Marcia Scott, and Marie Scott, what do you see? You see years of arguments, disrespect, accusations, cheating rumors, constant drama with their wives and with each other. Even when it comes to someone like Kimmy Scott, who tries to stay grounded and keep peace. The energy around her has been heavy because of Maurice's choices and the way he handles things. Melody said she couldn't continue to put herself in that space, and honestly, who can blame her? Now, let's pause right here because I want you to think about this. Imagine being Melody Shari. You helped launch a hit franchise. You gave your time, your energy, your story, and your vulnerability to the cameras. You went through a very public divorce from Martell Holt, who embarrassed you on national television with his infidelity. You had to face constant rumors, shade, and negativity from other cast members like Marcia Scott and Letitia Scott, who often acted like you were the problem instead of recognizing the toxic energy coming from the men. And through it all, you kept showing up. You kept trying to shine. But at some point, enough is enough. That's exactly where Melody was. She reached her breaking point and said, "I'm done." She revealed to Ebony magazine that protecting her mental health and her emotional health meant more than anything else. That right there is powerful. Melody said she doesn't even watch the show anymore because it's still triggering for her. Think about that. Just watching old episodes brings back too much pain, too much negativity, too much trauma. And honestly, that says a lot about what she was dealing with while filming. Fans may have been entertained by the drama, but Melody was living it, and that's a big difference. Now, Carlos King, the creator of the show, comes into this conversation too. Many people, myself included, feel like he dropped the ball when it came to Melody's exit. After 9 seasons, after being such a huge part of the success of the show, Melody didn't even get a proper farewell. No tribute, no goodbye special, no send-off. That was cold. And it feeds right into what Melody said about toxic male energy being at the top of the show. If the leadership doesn't honor the people who helped build the brand, then the environment as a whole is going to reflect that same lack of care and respect. And in this case, Melody was left to walk away quietly without the flowers she truly deserved. But here's the thing, you can't keep a queen down. Melody may have left Love and Marriage Huntsville, but she is doing big things outside of it. She's an entrepreneur with multiple businesses. She's got her beauty brand, she's acting in movies, she's booking, speaking engagements. She's thriving on social media, and she's building her own television network. Meanwhile, Martell Holt is still trying to figure things out. Marcia Scott is still being accused of cheating. Maurice Scott is still defending his actions, and Kimmy Scott is still caught in the middle of lies and cover-ups. Melody walked away from all that, okay? And she's glowing because of it. Now here's a hook for you, don't click away, okay? Because I'm about to break down exactly how Melody's decision to leave is actually exposing the Scotts and Martell in a way that fans didn't see coming. When you see the pattern of behavior from these men compared to Melody's growth, you'll understand why her exit was a power move that they can never take credit for. When Melody talked about the environment being toxic, she wasn't exaggerating. Think about the way Marcia Scott talks to Letitia Scott. There have been so many times when fans called him disrespectful, dismissive, or even manipulative. He laughs off serious conversations, avoids direct answers about cheating rumors, and constantly makes Tisha look like she's just being insecure. That's toxic behavior. Then you have Maurice Scott, who couldn't even give a straight answer about his so-called boys' trip to Atlanta. He's told different versions of his DUI story, and even Kimmy, who loves him deeply, has looked uncomfortable at times when he's trying to explain himself. That's toxic too. And of course, Martell, Holt Melody's ex-husband, was the very definition of toxic for years on this show. His cheating, his lies, his arrogance, and his constant attempts to paint himself as the victim while hurting Melody over and over again, that was the breaking point for her. And this is why I want you to keep watching until the end, because when we put all these pieces together, it becomes clear that Melody's choice wasn't just about walking away from a TV show. It was about reclaiming her peace, protecting her children, and choosing herself above the mess. That's a lesson for all of us. What really stood out to me in Melody's interview was when she said she's been an entrepreneur since the age of 25. That's 15 years of building her own success. With no boss, no one signing her checks, but herself. That's not easy, and yet she made it happen. And now she's showing her kids what it looks like to stand on your own, even when life throws challenges your way. She told Ebony that as a child she was always involved in everything pageants, church, music, leadership roles, and that same drive carried into her adulthood. She wasn't going to let a toxic TV environment stop her from pursuing her bigger dreams. And while Melody is out here thriving, let's not ignore the shade she threw. She mentioned how Maurice Scott once claimed she only sold t-shirts. The type of dismissal that proves exactly what she was talking about. Toxic male energy. Instead of respecting the fact that she has built multiple businesses and brands, Maurice tried to reduce her to just selling t-shirts. But look at her now: beauty brand network, franchises, acting. Melody is proof that you can't let small-minded comments stop you. So what do you think? Did Melody make the right decision by leaving love and marriage Huntsville? Stay tuned, because we're going to keep peeling back these layers. By the time we're done, you'll see why her walking away might actually be the beginning of something bigger than the show.